Hello everyone, happy Monday. Today we're going to talk about photo quality and managing your photos. It's true that when you have a quote like this one, which is visually appealing, etc., and when from time to time you come across products with outdated images that are no longer suitable, that no longer reflect today's tourism, and of course that are completely pixelated, honestly, it ruins the quality of your work. So you really need to pay attention to this and ask yourself, what can we do about it? And you might say to me, now you're exaggerating a bit about the photo quality and keeping things updated, but honestly, I've seen some photos like that which really are from another era. So, how can we make things easier for you? Let's start by using what we have today to show you. I'm going to log into any domain to see what it looks like. All right, here we go. Here, so if we go back, you have your image management located here in your settings. Then in settings, we have images right here, and you arrive at this interface. What does it look like? What do we have here? We have photos, logos, and then the different images, whether they're part of a tour, a supplier, if it's a country, etc. In your geography, in short, you can find all of that here. First of all, it was hard to find our way around because here we really had a zoomed in view of the photo. So here we see a part of a face, but the image was much larger. In short, we didn't know where it was. Then, when we clicked on it, there was an option on the right to optimize the image. But honestly, it was the same, we didn't know what it was. Basically, it was more of a technical optimization that had no real use for you. Now we take care of it. You don't have to worry about that. So what could you do? Honestly, with this photo, even if I clicked on it, I don't know where it's used. I don't know in which product. The only thing I could do here was add description translations in my descriptions. So, you're right. Today, the photo management interface doesn't allow you to optimize. And if we go back to the previous point, like where is this beautiful photo of swimming with dolphins? Where is it? Where is it used in the products? I didn't have the answer and I couldn't interact with it. So we worked on this issue and I'm going to show you what it looks like now. I'm logging in here, and as you know, you're used to it by now. Often it says image not available. That's because we're on test databases that haven't loaded the entire image library, so that's normal. I'm going to go back to the same place in my settings. Here I'll go back to images, and right away you'll see that the interface changes. We have a much cleaner interface. The photo is highlighted, and now you can clearly see the entire photo again, so it's much easier to find your way around. You also have different types of filters here. You can choose the type, whether it's a photo or a logo, and it will simply manage both. Here you can see which category you'll find it in, whether it's in circuits, people, employees, products, and so on. It shows you here. And what's interesting and quite useful for searching is that you can choose either the most recent photos or the oldest ones. So if you apply relevant filters, for example, by saying you want to update your entire product and image database, you can go check your oldest photos to see if there's any work to be done. This allows you to filter directly and see the results. So, for example, I'm going to look in products because I did my little test here. As you can see, it's listed among the most recent because I just added it as an example, and you find these two photos that are no longer suitable. I want to know if these photos are already being used, if they're serving any purpose, so let's click on them and you'll see what happens. When I click on it, I automatically get to the details page. I have my photo, I can view it in full screen. To check the quality, you can zoom in or out either with the little plus or minus here, or put it in full screen. Right away, you'll see the quality and pixelation, so you can decide whether you can use it or not. And here you can see the format. By the way, here I used a WebP format, which is well optimized. You can easily download these photos. All formats are accepted, whether it's JPEG, PNG, whatever you want. Here you can see the resolution, information we didn't have before, the file size, and just like with the other parameters, you have the option to do your translations, which are presented differently. As soon as you start typing, the little floppy disk icon appears here so you can save. And what's also very interesting here are the links. And if I click here, I can see that this photo corresponds to a product I called Dolphin in my database. If I click on it, it will open up and show me which product it's associated with. If this photo is used for different products, you'll get a list of those products. So you can absolutely check how it looks and, if you want, even change the image directly. But there's something even better. If you have an intern helping you update high-quality images and modernize your quotes, you can have them work directly from settings without ever having to touch the products themselves. Let me go back to the details, and you may have noticed that when I hover my mouse over the image, I get a little message saying I can replace my product. So let's see how that works. Let's try it out. Remember, here I have my circuit. I'm going to reopen it with my images, which are pixelated and unattractive. Well, I'm going to do this directly from settings. There's someone dedicated to this who will take the images and modernize them. I'm going to look at this image. I'm going to replace it. I'm going to search in my database. So there we go. I had selected a few images. All right, let's pick this one. I'm going to click replace. Do I confirm? Yes. To go will reload the new image into my database. It's done. I have my image. I'm going to take my second image here and do the same thing, the same process. I'm going to see how it looks. Do I have a better image? All right, I'll take this one. Should I replace it? Yes. To go does what's needed and it's done. You don't have to do anything else. It's here and it's optimized. So you have your images. The person updates all your images that are a bit outdated, a bit less attractive directly. And if I go back now into my trip builder, so what does it look like? Well, as you can see right here, it has added photos that are much higher quality than what we had before and that fit the current times much better. So it's actually pretty simple. The interface is much more readable and it gives you the ability to work directly on your database. You go from this to that without any effort, and it allows you to have an overall view of your photos. So the interface is like this and it will stay like this. We will put this online quickly, continue to run a few tests so that it is fully functional, hoping that this tool will suit your needs. Have an excellent day.